Hi, I'm Duke Manyweather, Offensive Line Scouting and Development Consultant. I have the luxury of working with some of the top NFL offensive linemen in the world. We just finished up the second annual Offensive Line Mastermind Summit, where we grew from 27 players last year to 47 this year in 2019. I grew up playing offensive line from a very young age. I think I probably started off playing offensive line when I was 6 or 7 years old. I was always a bigger, huskier kid, but I didn't have the length, and I wasn't as athletic as some of the other kids. So some of the things I had to take in control of was my preparation with strength, being fundamentally sound with technique, and understanding the overall scheme. That carried me into college at Humboldt State University, where I had to do the same and even more amplified. Immediately after finishing at Humboldt State University, I had a brief stint in the Arena Football League playing for the Arkansas Twisters. Something that was said to me as I was getting released by the Twisters was that, hey, I think you have a natural ability to lead and to be a coach on the field. And here's where we are today. I have been fortunate enough to not only work with the best, train the best, but I've learned from some of the best. I typically train 26 to 27 NFL players annually. They come to me for skill work, strength and conditioning, mobility, as we prepare them for their seasons and their off-season program with their team. I came up with the concept of Offensive Line Mastermind as an official title in 2018 after watching the NFL Network's Top 100 Players. Lane Johnson was featured, and he saw a couple of clips of defensive pass rushers, and he said, these guys have gotten so talented, I figured out we need to all get in a room and figure out how we stop these guys. The light bulb went off in my head. I had trained Lane Johnson in 2013 and 14, so I immediately got on the phone and called Lane. And what we had within a 6-week period, this probably happened in May of 2018, and by the second week of July, we had our first Offensive Line Mastermind Summit at the Star in Frisco, Texas. In 2019, we had 47 players in the room. We had over 1,200 starts, 8 Super Bowl rings, multiple Pro Bowls, and we had 4 All-Pros in the room. The best of the best believed in what we were doing here and want to be a part of it to advance the position and get it better. A typical day at Offensive Line Masterminds has 2 components. A classroom component and a field component. The classroom component is truly unique. We watch film of players, we break down many defensive linemen, we break down many defensive schemes, we talk best practices, use of technique, we talk on-field experience, we talk training, we talk recovery, we talk nutrition, just being family man and balancing life and football with no ego and complete vulnerability. The second component, going down to the field, we break down into 3 groups. One group is offensive tackles, the other is offensive guard, and the last group is centers. Typically, the older guys in the room grab the younger guys and walk and talk through some of the things that they feel may help them as they continue their maturation as offensive linemen. We then all come together, and it gives everybody a platform to throw ideas out and actually personal experiences out for some of the best practices, just like we talked about in the classroom. The growth from 2018 to 2019 of Offensive Line Mastermind is truly humbling. Coaches at every level, players at every level, and fans are starting to take notice of what we're doing at Offensive Line Masterminds. It is something that has never been done before when it comes to offensive line play. And I'm very excited for the future and where this is going to go on a national level and advancing the offensive line position as a whole. It is with partnerships like Momentous that moving forward that's going to allow us to grow. Momentous is on relentless pursuit to raise the bar as it relates to the development of all athletes at all levels.